A man that is not timid and that is not threatened by a woman will listen to a woman. What is your problem? You must not know it all. But I won't tell you that you must not know it all. If you want to know it all, know it all.
I believe that in marriage settings, the leader is not just the husband. Even the wife has a little capacity to lead. So here is the question: what of in a situation or in a case as the man, the Lord now told you something to do, then maybe you're not trying to communicate it to your wife, and your wife like, no, this is what the Lord told her, and you are trying to make her to see reason that this is the word the Lord said, and the wife said no, that her own is the best. So how are we going to, like, as a leader, or how are you going to handle this kind of situation?
See, because God gave everybody dominion, every human being has the desire to want to rule, even a woman. Because he says, let them have dominion. So every human being, even a woman, if you can see, is that all? Just sit for now. They all have the desire to want to rule. But he says, your husband will rule over thee. Abi will be on top of you, or whatever way he said it. Now, let me tell you something about submission and leadership. First of all, I want to clarify and say that leadership is not control, right? Submission is not mumu. Leadership is not control. Submission is not mumu. Both of you are adults. Your wife is an adult. You are an adult. The reason God told you to lead her, many people call it leadership, but the reason why God told you she should submit to you and you should lead her is for, in organization they have what they call organizational charts. So yes, this person is it's like more of like an organogram. This person is the leader, this person follow. It's to be able to help you function in your marriage effectively, so there will be no chaos. Because God knows you have an opinion. He knows I have an opinion. So now God spoke to you, and then your wife said this is not what she perceived from the Lord. Wife, the only best thing to do is to take your opinion. First of all, suggest your opinion to the man. That's why whenever me and Prophet are talking, like, he says, okay, this is, even though I don't even have I don't really know so much on crypto. I don't know why that man comes to me to tell me. How am I supposed to say? So he said, okay, babe, this is what, this is what I'm planning to do. And so I began to ask him, is this, okay, there was one time he wanted to pull out money. One time I was like, hey, is the Lord really leading you? Like, do you think this is, so I began to suggest. You don't command, you suggest. So I wish the woman is the one asking me this question now, because even if I tell you she's not the woman, you're not the woman, right? But what the woman does in this case is that she suggests to her husband, because when a man sees that you are trying to command him, you see that thing that he wants to do, he will do it. He will do it. Naturally, men don't like people to, like, their wives to tell them what to do, even though at the end of the day we tell them what to do. You can tell him what to do without commanding him, and he will do what he wants you to do. He will do what you want him to do. So it's the way you present it. Oh God, maybe he raises up a topic, and then you have a contrary opinion. Give him reasons why you don't think that say, okay, if you say this thing is like, well, okay, but what if you see from this angle? Because sometimes they don't see all the angles. Okay, have you seen it from this angle? He will not say, okay. There's how to meet in marriage. It's either, that's why a man, Bible says men should love their wives. If you love your wives, if you love your wife, you will know that if you love your wife so much, and you also, if you can deal with that mentality of egoistic, whatever, if you love your wife, you can also leave that your own opinion and collect hers. Your ego must not play everywhere. Okay, you will fail. A person that was sent to help you may not have the full capacity. If Jesus says, come and help me carry this thing, does she have the strength to? This one wickedness, no?
You have the strength.
She has the sweat to an extent, right? So I'm filled of the Holy Ghost. Okay, you are filled of the Holy Ghost. But the thing is that I will not come and command you. I will only present my opinion. And that's why a man also wants a woman that can intellectually stimulate him. I bring ideas. Woman, bring your. In fact, a man that is not timid and that is not threatened by a woman will listen to a woman. What is your problem? You must not know it all. But I won't tell you that you must not know it all. If you want to know it all, know it all. Do you understand? You're not threatened by her, whatever. It gives room. Bible says Jesus love you. We say, man, love your wife. God does not force himself over us. So where am I going to? She should suggest. Are you seeing it from this angle? If he doesn't buy it, let her keep quiet and leave it. What I do is that I go back to God. I say, Father, this thing, I've told him that I accept. Okay, this thing, I don't know. Can you speak to your son? I've spoken to him to the best I can, and he said that he wants to do that one. Okay, can you speak to your son? And then, if he's a son that listens, if you marry one that don't listen, is what he will do that he will do. If he listens to God, he will say, oh baby, that's your idea. I've seen this and this and this. Because in marriage, you can either meet on your husband's side, meet on the wife's side, or meet in the middle. Okay, we're not coming to an agreement. Can we meet in the middle? We bring your opinion, we come here. Bring your opinion, we come here. We meet in the middle. So it must not always be the husband. It can be the wife. Or if the wife and the husband, it can be, let's meet in the middle. Let me bring your opinion, you bring my own. Let's look for a way to balance it here, to come into one place. Do you understand? So the woman can suggest, and the man too should be willing to also listen. That's what I said to Pro. The man too should be willing to listen to her opinion. Because she has the Holy Ghost and she's your helper. If you don't understand, many men don't understand the place of a helper. That a woman is a helper. So you say that my wife is just a woman. She's in the kitchen. And what does she know? She did not pass off for Nubu. She did not pass that one now. Then when you have a wife that has brilliant ideas, you will not give her room to talk. Thank God if you fail. But even if you fail, don't tell him that I told you. He makes him feel worse. Say, even though you know that if he listened to you, he would have worked well. He said, no, I'm not listening to you. He wants to do his own. He now fails. He now comes back and says, hell, this thing that I did did not go. If it's a woman, she will say, that's not the way to tell him. You will make him feel worse. No. Hey, it didn't go well. Don't worry. Maybe we'll try next time. It encourages him. And it doesn't make him feel like he's less of a man. Because no man wants to feel like they're less of a man. Does that answer it?